A long time ago, George Carlin had a routine about the 7 things you can't say on TV. From a purely legal perspective and from a linguistic perspective, it would seem that these words are purely arbitrary. How can one short collection of sounds be illegal to say out loud? But it turns out there is a legitimate emotional reason. Maybe not so much anymore since everybody cusses like sailors nowadays. But long before the internet and cable TV, the only things people heard was from their social circle and from the stuff they saw on TV. And it turns out that when we grow up in a culture that gives certain meanings to certain words, those words can cause an unconscious response. If you choose friends that use that kind of language, that's one thing. But to see some comedian on TV talking and suddenly spit out one of these 7 words that you can't see on TV, that can cause an unconscious and uncomfortable emotional reaction in the listener, kind of like an emotional sucker punch. This is also one way they test for sociopathic behaviors. They have somebody read a bunch of sentences. Normal people, when we come across certain words, we flinch a little bit when we process them. These are words that cause negative emotional responses. Normal people take a little bit longer to process those words that cause those uncomfortable, unconscious emotional responses, but not sociopaths. They breeze right through those same words that cause most normal people an unconscious reaction as if they were words like puppy dog or ice cream. Some of our responses are conscious, some are unconscious. If you've ever had your reflexes tested at the doctor's office, they are testing your unconscious response. If you are too drunk to drive, your pupils won't automatically shrink when the cop shines a light in your eyes. That's how they know you're drunk, because your unconscious responses are impaired. On some level, we are like automatic robots. External triggers create internal replies. And on top of those triggers, we have a whole bunch of conscious choices. Most of our conscious choices fall into only a few categories. If you try and persuade somebody by appealing only to their rational mind, you'll only have a little bit of success. But if you persuade people based on these much deeper, much more instinctive and automatic choices, it will be much easier. Not only will their behaviors be automatic, but if you create your messages correctly, they'll even thank you, giving you an extraordinary amount of power over their behavior. Go to the link on your screen to find out how.